This is one of sport's great proving grounds, a gateway to glory where heroes are made.
Absolutely first class.
30 tournaments spanning 18 countries on 3 continents. It's a 10-month campaign to determine the very brightest prospects in golf.
And he is right into this. Brilliant. That could just have sealed his promotion. What a way to do it.
Along the way, a chance for the class of 2022 to expand horizons and sample life on tour.
Welcome to my messy home this week here.
I love the food, I love the wine.
Finish the season in the top 20 on the Road to Mallorca rankings and secure a golden ticket to the DP World Tour. That's the dream, shared by all who compete on the Challenge Tour. When we last saw our class of 2022, they had just completed a month of intense competition. Traversing the length and breadth of South Africa, they battled testing conditions and each other in George, Cape Town, Durban and Bloemfontein. After a well-earned fortnight's break, the campaign has resumed and we remain in the Rainbow Nation, this time 100 miles north of its capital, Pretoria. On the agenda, event 5 of 30, the Sdc Open.
Took yesterday off. I'm trying to recover. It's the first time I'm doing like 8 weeks in a row. So I'm looking forward to, learning something out of it, yeah.
As for their office this week, well, technically it's been split in 2, with proceedings to be held jointly across Sabula Golf Estate and Elements Private Golf Reserve. A pair of gems in the heart of Limpopo province.
I've always liked coming to Limpopo. You always stay in the bush, go to a game farm and check yourself into a game farm. So I'm looking forward to it. The courses are looking amazing of what I've saw since up until now. So I'm looking quite forward to it, yes.
It's beautiful. I've never been to this course before, but absolutely stunning. And I think it had quite a lot of rain, so it looks even better now. I played the other one, Sabula, yesterday, and the course is in good shape.
I'm just going to play this week, I'm going to enjoy this week and, put all my energy into next week, see what happens this week.
Well, to be fair, form has been in reasonable supply for MJ Villion. Through 4 events, he sits 20th on the Road to Mallorca rankings. Should he retain that position all season, he, like those above him, will be rewarded with promotion to next year's DP World Tour. It's a list that demonstrates the might of our South African contingent, though while they've certainly made the most of home advantage so far, an increasing number of Europeans are creeping up the chart. Chief among them, Chris Mivis of Belgium and Alex Knapper of Germany, the pair narrowly trailing rankings leader JC Ritchie at this early stage. A strong showing this week would certainly aid the cause of those on the outside looking in at that top 20. With that in mind, let's head across to our commentator, Dominic Hollier.
Jerome Lando Casanova getting us underway. 36-year-old Frenchman. Slightly anxious look, talking to it, maybe down the left-hand side. Missed the cut in his previous start. He'll be hoping for better this week. From Frenchman to Frenchman, as we go to Clément Sordet at the par 3 4th. 4-time Challenge Tour winner. And that is an absolute beauty. So about 5 or 6 feet or so for a birdie there for Sordet. To Ruan Conradi. This at the 6th. Delicate touch required. And that is top draw from the 26-year-old South African, who has won on the Sunshine Tour, not yet on the Challenge Tour. Really nicely done. Nikolai Christensen at the 3rd. Just a wedge in here. Nicely controlled. 10th on the Road to Mallorca rankings, so looking to improve his position this week. Sordet this at the 9th. Well done, and that is a round of 64 for the Frenchman. 8 under par, 2 eagles, plenty of birdies, just the 1 drop shot for the Frenchman. Also finishing up at 9, wielding the long putter, Rowan de Schmidt. Beautifully done. 8 birdies, no drop shots today for de Schmidt, who joins Sordet with a round of 64, 8 under.
A fine pair of 64s for Sordet and de Schmidt then, albeit bettered by Joel Gerbach of Switzerland, a one-time winner at this level back in 2017 with a faultless 9 under par 63. Evening draws in across Limpopo, and with it the surrounding bushveld comes alive. St Andrews, this is not. It's a point not lost on this next couple of likely lads. John Murphy and Mitch Waite, never ones to miss an opportunity.
It's not every week we get to do stuff like this. You know, I love where I'm from, I love back home, the countryside and all, but all we see is cows and sheep, so it's nice to have a change of scenery here, see some giraffes, see some, yeah, I suppose just all kinds of wildlife, so very lucky again to have this experience.
John, you just camouflage in.
She got me.
Did I?
Hey, I hope you got that, did you?
The zebras are so placid though.
Aren't they? I mean, their faces are unbelievable.
The pair's excitement is unsurprising. Mitch and John are still in the early stages of pro life. And while they both enjoyed successful amateur careers, different paths have since led them here.
Graduated off the Europro back home in Great Britain and Ireland last year, so sort of really gained some confidence from that last year, competing against obviously some of the best players from GB and I sort of who have just turned pro.
I didn't think I'd end up at the States, and then I was there, and then, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do after college in the States, so thankfully college over there went well, and all of a sudden I found myself in a position to turn professional, and just kind of went with it and just kind of tried to keep getting better. And thankfully, you know, I feel like the last few years have gone really well. I feel like I've put in some really good work to get myself to the position I'm in right now. I kind of saw myself as an apprentice last year, and just kind of, you know, I knew I'd be turning pro in the middle of the year, and I was already at a severe disadvantage doing that, so thankfully played really well towards the end of the year in particular, you know, had a few good events on the main tour, and thankfully managed to earn a Challenge Tour card off the Challenge Tour, so certainly a satisfying way to end the year.
This is my first year now having a full card, being able to actually come out here and have a full schedule, and I think that's what I found last year. Scheduling is massively important, so listen, looking to sort of push on this year a little bit, taking each event as it comes, don't put too much pressure on myself, and just you know, tally it up at the end of the season.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks, boss. Appreciate that.
Thanks, pal.
Legend.
Well, hopefully the boys enjoyed that off-course distraction, and no doubt we'll see plenty more of those too as the campaign unfolds. As for the Sdc Open, our field refreshed and ready to go once again for day 2. Those who took on the test of Elements Private Game Reserve yesterday now face Zabula Golf Estate and Spa, and vice versa, as we join Dominic Hollier again.
Sordet from distance for birdie at the 9th. He's already 3 under par today. Not quite. Online, so that'll be a par. And an outward journey of 33 for the Frenchman. 11 under par for the championship, and going along very nicely. That's at the Elements Private Golf Reserve. We're going to skip over to Zabula and join MJ Villon, his second 14. Excellent. 20th on the road to Mallorca rankings. Remember, everyone trying to climb inside the top 20 come end of season to earn their promotion to the DP World Tour. To another South African, Jake Redman, this at the 18th. Hello. Gosh, that was close, wasn't it? He's had a good run at the end of the round. If he pops that one in, it'll be for a round of 67, 11 under through the first 2 rounds. Back over to Elements, and this is Freddie Schott, 20-year-old German from Dusseldorf. 5 under par for the day already. Uses the backstop. Look out. Just his second season on the Challenge Tour. Hoping to make an impression down here in South Africa. To JJ Senekal at Elements, he's playing the 9th. No birdie for him. He's just made one cut so far this season, so he's in need of a big week or two. As we continue the South African swing, Sordet at the 18th, 4 birdie. He's going to have to settle for his par. And a second round 66, 1 clear at the moment.
So Sordet is the man to catch here through 36 holes. Though they're tightly bunched behind him, a top 10 including no less than 7 from the home nation. But Sordet knows how to handle the pressure. A 4-time winner at this level, he's also just spent the past 4 years competing on the DP World Tour. After the break, we'll dive deep into the mind of Tour veteran Chris Mivis.
Almost every guy who is on tour, they can make it to the DP World Tour.
And we'll see if it's Sordet who reigns supreme here at the Sdc Open. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the Challenge Tour and to South Africa, where Limpopo province provides the backdrop to tournament number 5 on our 30-event season, the Sdc Open. The opening 2 rounds have been jointly hosted by Elements Private Golf Reserve and Zabula Golf Estate and Spa, with the latter now taking centre stage for the weekend to come.
It's definitely different than to usual places, but I mean, you have so many things to do. That's the thing, and that's what South Africa stands for, in my opinion. They just want to get out there and compete, and yeah, let's see where it goes.
It's certainly a stunning backdrop here, albeit one that appeared slightly overcast on Saturday morning. Clément Sordet of France remained the man to catch, as we again hand the reins back to Dominic Hollier.
This is Conradi, back down the 6th hole, the par 5. Nice rhythm to the swing, isn't it? Oh, and it's a beautiful shot, and he will have that for 3 birdies in a row. To Mivis. Yep, nicely done. Every chance he'll move to 3 under through the first 6 holes, to 13 under for the championship. Freddie Schott from Germany. He's having a good week. This to get to 14 under. Good steady stuff from Schott. Plenty of players are making birdies out there, so you need to keep moving forward. Playing alongside Schott in the final group. This is Sordet, who has made 8 straight pars to this point. So this for a much-needed birdie at 9. And he gets it. So he's off and running. He moves to 15 under. He'll need to make a few more of those on the back 9. Marco Penge, who's been troubled by injuries, had to have knee surgery at the back end of last year. It's his first start of the season. I'm not sure he would have expected this, but that is wonderful. 63, 9 birdies today, no drop shots, and Penge is flying. Mivis for birdie at the last. Very nicely done. So that's a 63 for Dion, and he is going to take a 2-shot lead into Sunday.
Well, Dion's dominance was indeed enough for top billing through 54 holes, and with 4 other South Africans in our top 10, a home winner remained very much on the cards in Limpopo. Victory each week is, of course, the field's primary objective, but the year-long road to Mallorca rewards consistency too. It's a point not lost on Tour veteran Chris Mivis. The Belgian currently third on the rankings, largely down to a pair of early season runners-up finishes.
It's been changing, I would say, from when I started. Now you see a lot of youngsters coming on. Like you say, I'm starting to be a veteran. So almost every guy who is on tour can play great golf. They can make it to the DP World Tour. You see that the depth of the field is much better than it was before. You don't get anything for free out here. And what you see as well is when you make it to the top 20 at the end of the season, the guys keep their cars, or they're even winning now on the DP World Tour. While before, you saw that a lot of guys would drop back on the Challenge Tour. So I think it's getting more balanced out. So the guys who will make it, they have a good chance to stay on it and even do great. 2017 and 18 has been quite special for me in the way 2017 my mom got diagnosed cancer. So it put everything in a different perspective. And golf was just golf at that time, and all of a sudden you make good results and you make her happy. So yeah, it made me stronger as a person. It made me stronger as a golfer. And I think I deal better with the negative outcome sometimes of the game. And I also deal better with the positive ones. And of course, it's always nice to play well, but you can't control it. And that's what I don't try to do anymore, try to control it. It's a hell of a grind, and you just want to make it on the DP World Tour and play all the big events. And it's still my dream, even if I'm a veteran. It's still a dream, and we started well this season. And then all of a sudden I finished second. JC made a big putt on the last one to win. So yeah, he deserves it. He was playing incredible. Not gonna work that week, but second again. So 2 1s for him and 2 2s for me. So, but I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. I want to make it to the top 20, especially after the season start. And that was also the goal before this happened, before the 2 second places. So we keep on pushing on that.
Well, the Belgian failed to threaten here in Limpopo. Like many others, unable to keep pace with the 54-hole mark set by Dion Hermesses. The South African enjoyed a 2-shot cushion to the chasing pack. He stood at 19 under par as he made ready for the final day. And waiting to see if he could see the job through on Sunday and keep the rest of his challengers at bay, Dominic Hollier.
Ruan Conradi, hoping to put a bit of pressure on his fellow South African, the leader. Mivis missed the green at the first. That's a tidy touch. That should be good enough to secure an opening par and settle things down. Mivis, after birdieing the second, all sorts of problems for our overnight leader here at the third. That is his 5th shot at this par 4. It's going to be a double bogey at best. Things beginning to unravel a little bit. He has got holes to come to make up any deficit. Let's go to Marco Penge at the 12th. 1 under par at the moment today. Make that 2 under. And whatever happens today, it has been a remarkable comeback after the knee problems, the surgery for the young Englishman. Clément Sordet has found the greenside bunker at the par 5 15th in 2. Really nicely done. Really nice from Sordet. And the Frenchman should tap that one in. That'll take him to 20 under par. Right in the thick of it. Sordet for a closing birdie. And this to post at 22 under. Minus 21 it is then, the target. Birdies at 14, 15 and 16, but pars at 17 and 18 for Sordet. Conradi at 18, the only man who can catch and pass Sordet. This for a birdie and the win. Oh, he hasn't hit it. Oh, it was tracking, wasn't it? Right on line. And that's going to be a round of 68 for Ruan Conradi. And he and Sordet both at 21 under.
So disappointment for Dion Hermesses, the overnight leader, just 1 under par for the day. His overall tally of 20 under, only enough for third place and a spectator seat at the ensuing playoff.
Conradi coming out of the rough at the 18th. Won't be able to get as much control as he would like on this one, you suspect. And that's a mistake over the back of the green. Awkward one from back there. Lie dependent. So advantage Sordet. He's found the green in 2 here at 18. Very good chance if he two-putts this, he will win. Whoa, 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 hold on. Well, that keeps it interesting, and that keeps Conradi right in it. A little heavy-handed from Sordet. Looks to be lying okay for Conradi over the back of the green. Oh, that was a great effort. So close to a birdie. Really nicely done. Appreciated by them, but it does mean that Clément Sordet has a putt for the title. And the Frenchman does it. That's clutch stuff, isn't it? He left himself with a lot to do there, Sordet, but he has managed to find the birdie, the winning birdie, which has given him a 5th Challenge Tour title.
It's great. I've played amazing the whole week, and we've done a good job with my caddy, with my local caddy, Joseph. And yeah, it's nice to finish with a birdie on the playoff hole and get that win.
And that concludes another thrilling week on the Challenge Tour. And it's had a big impact on the Road to Mallorca rankings. Moving up 14 places, Italian Matteo Manassero sitting in 20th place. Progress too for Rutherford, Moolman and Viljoen, and no less than 5 South Africans populating the bottom half of the table. After a fine week, Ruan and Dion are up into the top 10 now. Clément Sordet's win hoists the Frenchman up 19 places in our rankings. But there's still no change in our top 3, with Messrs Mivis, Knapper and JC Ritchie perched high above the rest. So evening falls one last time over our gracious host venue. But tomorrow, as they say, is another day, and there will be no respite for the class of 2022. As attention turns to our next location, just up the road, Euphoria Golf Club and Corro Creek Golf Club, set to host the impending Limpopo Championship. So join us at the same time next week as the quest for promotion to the DP World Tour continues.